What's up, Eleventy family? Matt here. It has been a little while since we posted a video on Facebook. Tons of things have been happening within the Eleventyverse that we want to let you know about. First of all, a lot of you already know that we have a podcast. If you haven't checked out our podcast, it's called Eleventy Life, and what started out as us sort of having group therapy on the weekends has turned into something so much more fun than us just complaining about the craziness of our time in the music industry. We get to sit down with tons of different artists and creators and people that are following their passions, people that are following their dreams. Sometimes they're musicals, sometimes they're not. It's just a super fun place to be able to sit down and hear the heart behind the creativity of so many different people. We got to tell our story, and we found that once we were done telling our story, not only did we want to write new chapters of our own story, but we also wanted to help other people tell their story as well. Anyway, if you're looking for a new podcast to check out, you have to check out Eleventy Life. It doesn't matter if you work on an international space station or at Kmart. This podcast is available to you and it's free, just like all podcasts are. I know that a lot of you guys are singer-songwriters and you're following your passions and you're trying to navigate the music industry. This podcast is perfect for you. There's so much insider information that gets presented throughout the course of this podcast. Second of all, I want to let you know that if you are enjoying the podcast, come join us on the Facebook group. It is an amazingly kind and friendly and fun place for all things Eleventy, and look, we're just the excuse to get all of you together. Use our band as an excuse to get out and meet some new people. You can find them on the Eleventy Live Facebook group. There are links to all of this below. If you're listening to the podcast and you're like, I think I can make this podcast better, talk about it with us. We want to hear from you, and this Eleventy Live Facebook group is the perfect place for you guys to do that. Don't kill time by yourself, kill time in this community. Okay, number 3. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, you know that we also do these episodes of the podcast that we call solo buttons. We literally let you into a microscopic view of our creative process of writing songs, producing records, making these albums. We are making available on our website the song stems for our song Inside Out from Rad Science. We know that we have a ton of artists and creators and DJs and remixers that are a part of this Eleventy community, and we want to give you an excuse to take one of our songs and make something even cooler out of it. So we're hosting a remix competition. If you love just mangling sounds and mushing them together, just making a whole brand new audible experience out of something that we spent time creating, we want you to do that. We're making these song stems available on our website. At the end of July, we'll be taking all of these remixes that you guys have created and we'll be judging them. We're gonna create a panel of Eleventy friends and family, and we're going to judge these remixes. But the best part about this is we have a super amazing prize pack that we're putting together for the winner of the remix competition. Every piece of vinyl, every single t-shirt, every CD that we have in the Rock Candy Recordings online store is yours if you win the remix competition. You can't afford to not be a part of this. It's gonna be the coolest thing you've ever done in your life. I seriously hope this is not the coolest thing that you ever do in your life. We want to see what the Eleventy creative community comes up with, so show us what you got. As a lot of you guys know, Facebook has changed their algorithms. So a lot of you haven't been seeing some updates from us, and that's because I guess Facebook considers us to be fake news. For those of you who are getting turned off by Facebook or feel like you don't want to compromise your information, you can sign up for our mailing list. It is a completely safe way to get updates from our band, to see what's going on with us, to see what's going on with the Rock Candy record label. If you sign up right now, I promise you won't regret it. Anyway, a huge thank you to everyone who is subscribing to the Eleventy Life podcast, who's joining the Eleventy online community, and who's keeping in touch with us via our email list. I can't wait to see the remixes that you guys turn in for this remix competition. Thank you guys who are already a part of this Eleventy community. Our lives would not be as fun without you. We'll see you later.